thought I'd go live to share the mess with you because I am currently in a huge mess. There's Hoya cuttings everywhere. I'm doing pest treatment and spraying all the plants and it's pretty boring, so I thought you could hang out with me. Although there's nobody here yet. If you're watching this back, hello, give the video a like. I'm in the kitchen with basically half my Hoya collection. Hi Jules! Good afternoon! There is a ton of plants that are very sad, mostly Hoya and some Anthurium, because I needed to prep all the plants for their good bugs. It's a huge mess, so I can't really show you. Look, there's Hoya plants everywhere that need spraying. And then we have this huge box full of good bugs that need to stay cool to be effective. But it's a really hot day here. So before I put those out, I wanted to make sure that I gave them the best chance. So I started with just a few Hoya that I knew had this one pest. I don't know if I've showed you on YouTube before. I shared it on my Instagram stories. Here's a few cuttings. This is my Hoya Michele. See all the purple spots? Those are all bite marks, like damage marks from pests. And then the little things, do you see the little whitish beige things? Those are the actual pest. It is a tropical type of scale that I got, unfortunately, from my time volunteering at the botanical garden in Leiden. They had this on the Hoya collection and I took care of the Hoya collection. So I brought it home, unfortunately, and it's taking over. Look at, this is such a beautiful plant. Is this live just on YouTube or do you have another phone? I don't have another phone right now, so we're just on YouTube. I thought I'd give you guys the sneak peek for once. Hello, Louise Christine. How are you doing? That sounds like a Scandinavian name, Larson, but I don't know if that is correct. Let me know. So yeah, there's a ton of these, and the way I've been treating them is removing them with alcohol, which we're gonna do. I have different ways to use. I feel like they're even falling, like I have them on my fingers, they're everywhere. And most of the plants I have already taken them off of, but I forgot about this one. So we're gonna do that together. Dane, oh nice. Apparently our languages sound very similar, Dutch and Danish. And also, I love how in Copenhagen, everyone knows how to ride a bike. It was very nice I felt very welcome as a Dutch person. There's bike lanes and everyone understood the rules except the tourists. But I loved it in Copenhagen. I haven't been to anywhere else in Denmark yet, so. Yes, so, sorry, chaos. Did I plan this live? Not really. I just thought, try it. So there are different ways how, this is my alcohol. I just bought this from Amazon long ago. It lasts very long. The ways I use it is for bigger pieces. Bike twins. Mireis? Hello. Oh, Wippertal. Nice. I use cotton thingies with the alcohol to wipe the leaves and to scrub them off. We'll do that in a second. But I also use this. This is a water paint pen with a water reservoir. I cannot speak today. So I put alcohol in that, and then you can dab into the corners where you normally can't reach with a cotton bud or something. So this is very handy. And then I also have, everything is on the other side of the kitchen that you can't see. I also use Q-tips. Sometimes those work a little bit better. So we have all the different options here. One thing that I try to not forget is the tools, like the little clippies or the bamboo stakes or the plant velcro in this case. My boyfriend walked by, so you're wobbly a little bit. The pests can also sit on this, especially scale and what's the white one? Mealybugs. They can hide even under the pots and on the shelves and everything. Let me read. South African. Yeah, South African sounds like Frisian. Jules says. Jules says, that's difficult to say. What do you use for thrips? I use good bugs, and they are in the box I just showed. Maybe that was before you guys were here. I have this huge box of new good bugs that I need to put out, and that's why we're treating the plants first before we release all the good bugs. Thrips live inside the leaves and can't be wiped off. Yes. Not the thrips themselves. Thrips themselves live usually on the back side of the leaves. You can spot them. There's a few that in the pupate stage, they go into the soil and they pupate there. And then there's also, they lay the eggs. The eggs are inside the leaf tissue. So when you wipe it or something, that doesn't remove thrips' eggs, and that's why they hatch again, and then you start the whole cycle again. But good bugs are here for 4 to 6 weeks, usually. So when the new eggs hatch, then the good bugs can immediately catch the new pests, if that makes sense. Good morning, Petra. How are you doing? Oh, Petra? I don't know. We've been watching a series, a Dutch TV show, where there's a Petra woman who lives in Greece. So they say Petra instead of Petra, as we would say it in Dutch. Fun fact. Yes, Louise, the pen is amazing. It's really handy, but this is kind of fun. The brush part. So it had a little bit left, and I used it this morning. There's nothing left. So I always try to keep my brushes like this when they're in storage, so that the alcohol doesn't sit touching the tip and disintegrate it faster. So now I just have the one left that's useful. Good morning. Good morning. It's afternoon here. 4:30. Oh, it's actually all quite late already. You went to the local nursery. Amazing. Did you find any cool plants? I wonder. I think you're from Canada, right? Petra? Have you ever tried neem oil? I have once, but the one I bought was not liquid because of our cold temperature here. It becomes more like hard. I don't know how to pronounce or say that. But it was very hard to use. It didn't mix very well. You needed warm water for it to mix. And also it smells disgusting. And I haven't found it to be very useful. So I have never gone back to it after that. The smell is bleh, not for me. But what we're doing now is 15 of you here. Hello, thank you for hanging out. Give the live a like if you want. We are treating pests today. And I do that with alcohol in this case, because we have some very, very annoying. How'd you say? They come back all the time. All the purple spots are from when I treated this plant before. I removed all the scale. This is a tropical scale. And now there's so many back again already. So I just use the alcohol cotton bud to wipe the leaf. And you have to be kind of careful because the bits fall off. And they're going to fall on the ground in this case, which I will vacuum clean after. But I always try to make sure that they don't fall on the soil of a plant or other plants. In this case, the soil doesn't matter because I was checking the roots of all the plants and noticed that most of them didn't have healthy roots anymore. So that was fun to discover. And I really need to get in there. Some of them are really in the little edges of the leaf. And then also the sides. Most of you probably don't have this specific pest, so that's really nice, I think, for you. Scale is so annoying. And the big ones are less annoying than this one because it has the color of Hoya stems. So when you see a Hoya, you don't think, oh, that has a pest, until it takes over the whole leaves, and then you notice. So I've taken quite a few of my plants apart. I'm not diluting the alcohol, no. I'm just using it pure. And it still lasted a long time for me, so... Oh, look at this one. It's fully covered. As soon as you basically put the alcohol on, they come off very quickly. So that's nice. It's not necessarily hard work. It's just a lot because, one, I have a lot of plants, and two, I have a lot of big Hoya. But I cut most of my Hoya into pieces for this because I noticed it was just, they didn't have roots. They had a lot of pests. And I haven't done it with this one yet, but I'm gonna cut it into 1-node plants. And then I'm gonna maybe put these in a box and maybe treat them with something more strong and then sell them. Because I know people want this Hoya, it's a really nice one. But I don't want to sell stuff with lots of pests on it, of course. Because I want to share plants that are happy and healthy. So maybe I'll, see, they're all over my fingers now. So I just throw them, I think I'm gonna throw them in a plastic box, spray it with something strong, insecticide or something that works against scale, wait a few weeks, and then if they don't come back, then spread and sell, but with the information that it had this pest before, so that people can be warned, hopefully, and catch it before. I do know that where they had it in the botanical gardens, if you don't know, I used to be an expert volunteer there and took care of the Hoya, helped them to make the Hoya collection better because it was a little bit sad, including having this pest all over it. And when I was there, they couldn't get rid of it yet, but I heard from Entocare, the company that I work with, the Good Bugs company, that they've got it under control now. I noticed a lot of them are on the peduncles, so I've just been breaking off the peduncles. I don't really care about flowers at this point, and I want as many of the pests gone. Let's see. Oh, booby cactus. Yeah, for the cacti, I think my cacti also have scale at the moment. I'm gonna treat them. This one is really handy for that because you can stay a little bit further away and just kill the scale from afar. And then I also use the brush to push the scale domes off the plant so that there's no, because if you don't know, scale, it looks like the domes, right? But actually the domes are the last stage, and the crawler stage, I've made a time-lapse video of this before. It's really interesting to see. It's like a house and they all live in there, and the dome can they can go underneath. So when you make a time-lapse of it, you see all the little white bugs crawling around. It's gross, but also very interesting. And yeah, so this is, when you see the scale, it's already in a really far stage, and you probably need to do some more than just removing the domes. What did I say before? I don't know. I use neem and it's liquid. Yeah, for it, I think it was the one that I bought that was organic and stuff, that it didn't have something in it to keep it liquid. I'm glad it works for you though. You're using it with dishwasher and dishwashing liquid. Yeah, all thrips are dead. Wow, that's impressive. For me, thrips are definitely not dead, but we're managing them quite well with the Good Bugs. And especially in summer, which it is here now, they often can pop back up because they blow in from outside. They live on the trees, they live in nature. So it's not surprising that they keep coming back in. Don't blame yourself if you see them coming back in. The Rhaphidophora up there is having some pest issues also, mostly aphids and some thrips. So I removed a few of the leaves as well that looked a bit sad. But it's doing well, it's growing. So here, I don't know if the phone will focus on it, but there's a bunch of scale on this, which basically just looks like a Hoya stem. So that's really hard to treat and to realize. Can you see that? It looks kind of different, and it's really annoying. Like it's a whole nest that just hides in plain sight, basically. Kill them. Would it work to dip the cutting in alcohol? Probably, yeah. I was thinking about maybe making a box and just dunking everything in, but I don't have that much alcohol left. Can you see? Just a little bit. So I can't do that right now, but I was thinking about it. Just using a plastic box and then still more. Sometimes you do have to scrub a little bit to get them off, but for most scale that you get as regular houseplant pests, on my bra too, disgusting. Those are not as hard to remove or to get rid of properly. I have them a little bit on my anthurium, the domey scale, and a flat one, but not this weird one. This is a special one that I get for being a volunteer and taking care of the Hoya over there. But I did learn a lot. I could help them a lot to improve the collection, but I also learned what they had a lot of Hoya with rotted roots, because the guy who has been taking care of the Hoya collection there for I think 30 years now is, yeah, he knows a lot about them, and he calls it going off the root. So because Hoya in nature, they will crawl and then root somewhere else and then grow and root somewhere else. They don't always need the old roots. So sometimes older plants just lose the old roots because they in nature would have a different spot where there is roots. And ours, when they're in a pot, don't always have that. So sometimes it's nothing that you did wrong. It's just the way the plant grows in nature that it needs to be restarted. We call it restarting when you cut the plant up and take cuttings and remove the old roots. I threw most of them away, but yeah, all the roots were dead. It was not a pretty sight this morning. Let me read what you guys are writing. I water them with garlic water. Oh yeah, I've seen, I used to have those, there's like little things that you can use as well that smells like garlic. Basically smells like Italian food, and you pour it in, or you put a little capsule into the soil of the plant to get the plant to take it up. Apparently pests don't like it. I haven't used that in a long time though, but I'm glad it's working for you. In 2024, I did 2 rounds of neem oil. Had to carry all 100 plants down the garden. Oh no. Yeah, that's horrible. But the thrips survived. Ugh. Which is why the treating is such a hassle. This is why I started with Good Bugs, because you don't have to spray the plants, I thought, at all, which kind of you do, but not as much as when you use an insecticide or something horticultural, soap, or all those things. I'm just cleaning the cuttings, and then I'm gonna spray them with my Gardena spray, my hose. But I always use, it's not on the right setting yet. It's perfect to wash my hands though. But I usually have it on this setting. I don't know if you'll be able to see. This is like hurricane setting, because that's gonna help to get rid of the pests that are a little bit sticky. Like flat mites are really good at sticking to the leaves, and they even say that you should, I think we have a visitor, one sec. I think a friend came over. Yeah, so for flat mites, they say you should hose it down with water, and then also afterwards wipe down all the leaves, because even just the really strong spray might not be enough to remove them all. I'm using a fresh cotton bud because after a while they start to look like this, and the alcohol dries up. So then I use the new one. I'm just reading. Beneficial mites can completely eradicate thrips and mites if you replace them often enough. I have not found that to be the case. I've been using beneficials every 4 weeks for, I don't know, 3 years or something. Yeah, something like that. Usually every 4 weeks I get a new batch of both the predatory mites and the predatory thrips. For thrips, we have a really good offer here in the Netherlands. It's one of the more like vooruitstrevend, we say in Dutch, leading companies in pest treatment. So we have a lot on offer as well. And thrips still come in. Like, you can't eradicate them from nature, so they will still blow into your house. They will still come in on new plants, come in on fruit. I've seen it come in. So I've not found it to be, yes, you can manage it in your house really well, but there's always ways that new stuff comes in. And so I've made it my goal to not try and make it eradicate fully, because then it becomes really frustrating when it doesn't work. My goal is to manage. As long as my plants look okay and as soon as I see more damage, I will take action and like do something more. But in general, if the plants are happy, I'm happy. That's my goal. Yeah, if you don't open the windows, then that's really nice. We have all the doors and windows open here. We don't have AC in the well, we have AC in the Netherlands, but generally houses don't have AC. And so windows are open. And also for fresh air, I like windows open. So stuff comes in. Okay, this one is very bobbly. So there was lots of spots where it was hiding. Let's see, one more. Okay. And then, for example, this spot, this is where I would use the pen. In between here, I can't get my cotton bud to go in there. So I use the pen, I squeeze it a little bit until I see some alcohol going through. There we go, there's a drop on it. Doesn't want to focus, but okay. And then I just stick it in. And then you can even see them coming off quite easily. So that's really good. Then I know that I'm doing the right thing, because you don't want any hidden little buggers. Can I swear on this? I don't know. I know this is a new feature to go live this way, so I don't want to get blocked. But let me know if you're enjoying it, because I might go live more often. It's a little bit less scary than the official live, the flat live. I don't know why. This whole stem is covered in it. Might throw this one away. Ugh. I always think someone will want this one. I know it, because it's a beautiful Hoya that's still quite hard to find, especially this one is from James Slug Plants. James Armstrong was his channel on YouTube. Well, it's still up, but he doesn't post very often anymore. He has a pole dance studio now, if you don't know. Maybe I'm sharing secrets, I don't know. Wow, this brush is not surviving right now. All the things are coming off. Can you see? There's little brush hairs everywhere. So I think this one's gonna be bald soon as well. Might have to buy some new ones, but I bought these 4 years ago, so pretty good. Ugh, I can see them falling out all over. The hairs, but also the bugs. Aw, thank you, Beta. Yeah, they're never totally gone, Elvira says. Unfortunately, with beneficials. But we're managing, right? We're doing the best. Hello, Julie. Julie. That's a beautiful name. Even my cabinets, they are never gone. Yeah, my terrarium is one where I feel like I'm breeding pests now. There were so many aphids and thrips in there. It's going a little bit better now. But it was like, I was not growing plants. I was growing pests. Not fun. This poor guy is not going to last much longer. But we're going back to the cotton bud for this. Hello, Shanice. Welcome. You got lucky. Yes. Enjoy your luck while it lasts. We are getting rid of pests, mostly in this case, scale. I think I took the most off of that leaf already. This is a really, like, it's called a tropical scale. It's very small and doesn't happen very often in people's houses. But I got it from the botanical garden. So some tropical one that's not very common. And they have been ruining my plants. Look, all the purple are bite marks. And I think my mom came over and she was like, oh, that's such a beautiful one with all the spots. I was like, thanks, but that's not how it's supposed to look. But at least with my mom, we took care of all the plants and her plants, and we sprayed them with an insecticide because mom was not enjoying the plants anymore. She was considering getting rid of all of them because of the thrips takeover. I think she had more thrips in her house than plants at that point. So we sprayed them all with a brand called Edialux Conserve Garden. If you're looking for something, I don't know yet how it's going to work, but I learned this from my friends. You can use it to spray the plants down and kill them, and then also use it in the pot, water the plants with it so that the roots take it up and then the plant will be protected from the inside, which I think is called a systemic when it works like that, when it stays in the plant. And I'm wondering whether I can use that also in combination with the good bugs. I don't know, because the good bugs don't eat the plant. So if I don't use it as a spray, but just in the pot, if that would work. But I don't know if that would poison my good bugs, my army. Ah, there's so many. I was really tired of this. I've been doing this all day and sick of it a little bit, but I still have to clean up this whole mess. So I thought we'd go live. Look, there's a ton of cuttings here. Actually, look at this. My most beautiful Hoya, I think, ever, of all the ones. I'm trying to not drop it because it has a new leaf. This is my Clemensiorum. Clemensiorum. I completely cut it up because it did not have any roots left. This one actually didn't have that many pests, so that's good. Although my hands are covered in pests right now. And I picked it up. I'm reading comments. It's always weird when someone on the live just stops talking and goes like this. Sorry. The purple patterns, I admit, are kind of beautiful. So yeah, this one is also being cut up. That's why I have it somewhere else, because it didn't have pests yet. And I don't know if they're dead. That's the thing. I'm sure they're not all dead, because sometimes you just touch the plant and it comes off. So, and maybe they also have the small crawlers. Those are not dead. So putting this back for a second. Once we spray the plant with water, ooh, I turned you that way. Once we spray the plants with water, then I will, yeah, that will help as well. This one, again, already lost all the alcohol. It evaporated. But this is the second to last one, or the last one. Last one. I did this one already. Yeah, it's a bit sad, but it is what it is. And I have good bugs against this scale as well, but because it's not a very common scale, there's not many good bugs for it either, if that makes sense. The more common the pest, the more effective of a treatment they know and have. Oh, there's a lot of this on this one. Okay, and then it's gonna get really messy because we're gonna spray the water. I don't know if you'll be able to see properly because I have not set up to film that before, especially on the live. So bear with me. You have a small scale on your citrus tree and you get them off with alcohol. KB insect also works as a systemic. Okay. KB. I know, where are you from, Elvira? Oh, my plant. Oh, so Dutch, I'm guessing? Because some of the things that people recommend to me are definitely not available here. Europe has very strict laws around pesticides. So I got yelled at a few times when I posted that video of us spraying the plants and me yelling poison, basically, gif. And I wrote pesticide, but I didn't realize it was an insecticide. I don't know the difference. But yeah, people yelled at me for using something that can apparently cause, what did they say? Parkinson's? Which I researched a little bit, and apparently there is a correlation between pesticides, like really strong ones, and Parkinson's, but they haven't proven that it is cause and effect. But for example, farmers who work a lot with the toxic chemicals, they are more prone to having Parkinson's. So if you do use it, be careful, but it's not like you use it once and then you get Parkinson's immediately. So also, it was an insecticide, not a pesticide. Elvira, can you please DM me or email me those information, because I cannot remember from this live. I can't screenshot or anything. I put some of my unalive looking Hoyas outside and I've gotten a lot of spiders to do the good work. Oh, that's nice. Smart. I'm always out of breath when I'm talking to you. I'm working with my headache specialist and other people as well. All the treatment people are saying I should breathe better, more yoga breath. So I'm gonna try that. Okay, I think we're ready for water. We're just gonna do it because I'm gonna sell these anyway, so it's gonna be okay. I mean, I'm gonna spray them. The ones I keep, I will not spray with a toxic something because I have the good bugs, but the ones I will sell, I'll just throw in a box together and kill stuff. I do enjoy killing stuff in this manner. I've already killed a lot of aphids today as well. I have these bright yellow orange looking aphids. I don't think I have an example to show you anymore because I killed them already. Some people ask how I kill them. As soon as I see them, I squish them with my hands. It is disgusting. You can hear them pop sometimes. But it's what I have right then and there. Sometimes I will hold it under the tap. I've shared a few leaves on Instagram stories where they are covered. Then I will hold it under the tap and wash them off first. But my solution right now, whenever I see a pest, also thrips and everything, I squish them right away with my hand. Because if I have to think about it and go get a tool or something, I will forget again and I will lose it again. So now I just squish them. Okay, we are going for the spraying, which always gets really messy because of the power. I have some, oh yeah, this one needs alcohol. Maybe I can show you. Did I tell you already that we're getting babies? This is my blackjack anthurium. It's absolutely stunning, but it was struggling a lot. And I noticed on the new leaf as well, it wasn't looking great. And when I checked, a lot of the roots had died. So I propagated. Oh, someone's message got marked as spam. Oh, it's Jules' message. My dog just took a massive shit inside. Oops. Oh, that got blocked by YouTube. But this one I chopped and replanted, and I was a little bit worried that we were going to lose the inflorescence. But hi, Frau Antje, how are you doing? Look, they are starting. Get a little bit closer. There you go. Can you see? They're starting to look like they're actually getting thicker. So hopefully I will have some babies of this. And then this plant itself also has some scale issues, but not the annoying small scale, but the bigger one. I thought, oh, the older leaves. I cut off a lot of the older leaves because they had it. Let's see if I can show you. No. Wow. Oh, there's one here, but it's very small. I think I have to hide my face so it focuses. There's a little piece, because there's different types of scale as well, right? You have the little blobs. I've removed most of those already, the little domes, but there's also one that goes in mostly in, yeah, there's one in the veins. I can't see what I'm showing you in there, so it's more flat and still a scale. So I use my nail to remove those, but that doesn't remove the crawlers, the baby ones. So this is just basically like the end stage, the house stage. And we're gonna spray this. Yeah, I found a fat one. There. Do you see that? That's more the dome scale. In Dutch, we call that dopluis. And in Dutch, the other one is schildluis. So we have two different words for the different kinds. Although I don't know officially how you tell them apart anyway. So scale in English is a little bit more easy. Oh, there's a few. Once you start to look a little bit closer, you see them better. But we're gonna spray this one as well. Maybe in the shower, this one, because it's big. But the small Hoya are easy in the kitchen. Let me put this somewhere else. I'll just put it down there. And then how I do this is, I get a little tray for the clean ones. Maybe I should lean you forward more so you can see. Can I do that? Hello? Can you see me? Is it gonna fall over? Maybe. And then I just spray really hard, all the sides. That was the back and the front of the leaf, and then also the stem. I like to hold my hand behind it so it doesn't break, even though Hoya are pretty strong. New leaves and stuff, extra careful. Or hold it against the bottom of the sink. That's actually really loud, sorry. And then we just spray everything. This is not too interesting to watch. But you have helped me a lot by being here. I actually started doing this because I was on the sofa resting and looking, how'd you say, the opposite of looking forward to? I was very hesitant to start this whole process because there's so many. But now I've started, so thank you so much. And so normally they say you also have to... Oh, hi Shayna. My voice is going as well. Normally you also use, I like to use tissue paper or like kitchen roll. Do you have that? Is that a Dutch thing? It's like toilet paper but bigger. And use those to wipe down the leaves as well. So I might do that. I don't have that though. I could use toilet paper. This is loud. Backpack buddy, hello. Is this loud for you also? Because this is hurting my... Yes, paper towels. That's it. Oh, from India. Hello. What time is it in India right now? Evening, I'm guessing? Maybe night already. At least it is a really hot day and I don't mind getting sprayed. I did this in winter once and it was really, really cold. My hands were so cold and now I'm enjoying it. It's 8:30 p.m. in India. Nice. So it's 5 p.m. here right now. So you're just a few hours behind. Or we're early. Ew, something squishy. I think a piece of onion or something is left in the sink. I thought it was a bug. Uh-oh. And if you're wondering why I cut up the plant after I noticed that there were no roots on it, I was reading and I got distracted. 11 a.m. for Petra in Toronto. Nice. I hope the day is amazing for you. So when a plant doesn't have roots, the more leaves it has, the more intense it is for it to try and survive before it rots. Root before it rots is the theory. So when I have a new cutting with too many leaves like this, maybe I would even cut off a few leaves to help it have a better chance of rooting before it rots. We're almost there for the Michele. We have this one left. Really nice one too. Lots of splash on that. Okay. And we're moving on to, let's do a few different plants. This one is a really nice one that I got from my friend Ciarda. It's a Roothier. You love my plant shop vlogs. Whee! Yay. I just put out a new one yesterday and it's awesome. 1 a.m. Melissa's already on the next day. Ha! That's so cool. Good day. I love that you guys are from countries where I've traveled and I have very good memories of. So this is very fun to see. Thank you for sharing. all of you actually. I've been to Canada, India, and Australia, Denmark. What was I saying? Something about, oh yeah, this plant. This is a really nice one. It was on my wish list for a long time. She gave me a cutting before and it just didn't root and died. And then this one did root really nicely, as you can see. But then I noticed the new growth stopped growing. And when I'm looking at the roots now, they're actually pretty thin. I might break them off because they might not even, well, let's spray them first. But good day, mate. Yeah, too typical, but Romania. Ooh, actually, I have a few friends from Romania, a few Patreons, but I have not been. So that's cool. That's on my list, maybe. Good morning. I'm just reading the comments. Okay. Hi, Tina. Oh, USA. I've been there too. I won't judge you. I had a great time visiting, but that was a long time ago. I don't know if I'd ever want to go back. Although I do want to see Florida and the plants there and stuff, Miami. And I had a great time in New York City taking Martha Graham dance classes. I miss that. We don't have the best classes, especially here in my small town. But yeah, not right now, maybe. So let's see, because these roots, I thought they were alive, and then I did a lot of other treatments, so maybe they dried out a little bit. Let's see. Once we spray them. I don't know if many of you grow Hoya as well, but you can see they're really thin. I don't have the best hope for this one, but we're gonna leave them on for this one. Most of the Hoya, I just rip them off and restart the plant, which is what I learned doing in the botanical garden, because they had so many plants that had like ancient stems with dead roots. So I just learned to just break everything off and restart it. Hoya are your favorite. Oh, cool. Then you will like this, this live. 1 second. Okay. Ruthier over here. Then we have AH 47, 74. I always forget those numbery ones. This one I already removed all the pests from with alcohol. And the roots, they don't look the worst, but also they don't look the best. So we're gonna spray it. And I think my issues, ooh, Italy. Nice. Frau Antje is from Italy. Loud noise. I think most of these had issues with their roots because either they were really old plants. Like I said, I've had some of them for years and never I took cuttings to make sure I had some left. But hi, June from Virginia, 11 a.m. Oh, nice. You guys still have the whole day. But I think mostly it's the issue of them being a little bit smaller pots in semi-hydro that I don't use with a reservoir. Reservoir. That's a difficult word. So I think they dried out too much because it's been quite hot here. And I noticed I have a few down here that I keep a better eye on because they're some of my new favorites. And I noticed that they need water twice a week now instead of once a week. So maybe I just let these dry out too much. And that's why they are struggling. There's a new growth point here that I'm going to try and spray. Can you see it in there? Spray, 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 spray. Remove all the pests. But the roots look pretty good, actually, compared to the other ones that I've had so far. Then we have my leftover. This is what I'm keeping from my obovata, because this is the one that everything started with. I was like, shall I cut it up? I post on my stories. Should I cut it up or shall I try and treat the whole plant? And it was too overwhelming to think of treating the whole plant. I moved that to the greenhouse so it's not thrown away. But yeah, we're just spraying. Wait, I'm reading something about Germany. Underwatering and then root rot. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I think is happening here right now. Where are you currently? Me? I'm in the Netherlands. I'm always, well, not always. I go travel, but I'm in the Netherlands. I am from here and I live here. Another message that was blocked. Let me see. Oh, Alex says tits. Okay, Alex, we can hide that message. Thank you, YouTube. And in Germany, where I actually live, I'm on holiday in Romania. Oh, nice. How is it? Is it worth traveling to? There are pink poly variegata for 23 euros. Are you able to bring them back? That's very nice. Yeah, you guys chat amongst each other while I spray some plants. But the obovata, I hope I can regrow from this. So okay, this is definitely helping me get through this because it doesn't feel fun. This was a really nice one that I got from a friend, Yukang, if you've seen my Instagram. This is Hoya pandurata silver, but it looked super dehydrated. It grew 2 new leaves for me, and then it looked sad, so I noticed all the roots are gone. All the roots are gone, and the sky is gray. Tina says, the Netherlands is gorgeous. I was lucky to grow up in Europe. I don't think our country is that beautiful, but that's because I'm from here, I guess. I like other places too. You should make a vlog on tulip farms. Would that be interesting? I mostly see, we live in between the tulip fields here, so I have done vlogs where we drive around and I show some of the fields and the flowers that they're growing. But I've never been to the big thing, Keukenhof it's called, where all the tourists go. I've never been there. My boyfriend is from this town. He's also never been to the Keukenhof because all the fields are just outside. We can walk outside and see. Wauke, Iowa. That sounds very nice. I don't know why. I've never... what is Iowa like? I have no image with it. Like some places you have an image from it in your brain, like Texas or Florida or California. But Iowa, I don't know. Cranberry song, yes. I love this one. I was such a Cranberries fan. I hate tourists in the Netherlands. Yes. Well, in bigger cities, I hate them too. I used to live in Utrecht and Amsterdam. Then it's really annoying. But here in our town, we have a lot of Germans. A lot. Like literally the people in the shops will talk German to you in the supermarket. They will talk German to you first. And then you're like, hello, I live here. I come here every week or every day. But they're very nice. They always give right of way to cyclists, which is sometimes not even supposed to do, like on a roundabout where cyclists don't have right of way, they will stop, which is sometimes dangerous, but they're very, very nice. So, and they bring a lot of money. So I guess that's okay. Cornfields, corns and pigs. Okay, okay. I grew up in cornfields and cows mostly. So but that's the Dutch, the Dutch way. So probably much smaller. Oh, you want to visit the Netherlands because of me? You should definitely visit in spring if you want to come this way, both for houseplants, although not everyone can bring them back probably. But the flowers, the tulip fields are out. It's not as hot, but it's nice weather. So Jules asked if I get recognized in public. No. Never. Even in the garden center, sometimes, sorry, when I'm filming a video and I see some people looking at the specials plants, I'm like eyeing what they're gonna buy. And then I can't help because some of the girls were watching, looking at the melanos, and I was like just trying to help them pick a good one. So I started chatting with them and they didn't know me. And I said like, ooh, I make content. If you want some care tips, you can look me up on Instagram. But no, nope. I've gotten some messages via friends. Ooh, Czech Republic. Why was that message gone? I saw Czech Republic. My friend lives there. Yeah. The yoga show, some of the friends of my family will say like, oh, I saw Rose on TV, but not to my face usually. So it doesn't feel like I'm on TV at all. I have to remind myself that I'm on national TV every week or every few days. It doesn't feel real. I'm gonna just spray this one and then I can check the chat again because I saw something that was removed. Where did it? February is the best if you want flowers on the side of the road. February is a little bit early here for the bulb flowers. They usually start April. March, April, May is the best for like the tulip fields and all that stuff. May and June are the best here in the Netherlands. Yes. See? Elvira knows. I agree. And June is my birthday month, so it's also the best. I almost have like 500,000 followers across all platforms. Not really. I think 220,000. That's not 500,000. It's only 200 and something. Like 250,000 maybe. But I still feel shocked that we have so many of us together here. So thank you for being here. This one is a little Hoya that has been very sad. I cut the old roots off, but see the new growth? It keeps being damaged. Maybe my head needs to go for it to focus. Yeah, that's better. It keeps having aphids, and I still see one now. So we're gonna spray this super hard. Die! Die, aphids. I think that's good. And then the one that I was planning to keep of the Michele Splash. That's that one done. But we have so much more. Oh. Okay, take a look. Oh, you're a bit angled this way. Oh, I hope I don't make you feel nauseous. So this one, for example, used to be such a nice plant, but because of the... Wait, can I fix you? You're too angled. You're looking down too much, friend. Look up. This one was a beautiful big plant during the renovation. It struggled a lot and became much... I had a few cuttings left. This is a new leaf. It's still soft, but aphids were on it all the time and it didn't have roots. So we have a few cuttings left that are growing. This is a new leaf, baby. Very pretty, but... and then we have this one left. That seems to also be growing, but also some pest damage. And then a lot of other ones that are growing, like this Rinty Borneo was finally growing again for the first time. This might be my top 3 Hoya, in my top 3, like together with the Clementiorum. It was growing, but there were no roots. So annoying. Hoya Spartioides is dying. Mine too. It looks horrible. Let me read back. A shower with plants. Yes! Yay! That's awesome, Miss Lady June. For the big ones, I prefer to do this spraying in the bathroom, but we don't have a sink or something high there. So for the small plants, for my back, it's better to do it standing. I am hypermobile, so I get pain in my back very quickly and in my feet from being too floppy, basically. Everything is too flexible. In March, I was showing my website. My therapist my website and searched up Anna 5. Huh? No, never mind. Jill was typing and then it got sent. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna continue. Do you want to continue hanging out? Should I stop this live? We've been here a long time. Do you have any questions I can answer before I go? Or do we just keep going? Oh, Norway, Andrea. Hello. I have not been to Norway yet. This is on my list. This new leaf I'm being very careful of because I don't want to break it. Ah! Okay, that was cold. I think it survived. How is boyfriend? Boyfriend Geert, I'm trying to say his name now. Geert is doing good. He has school vacation, so he's very happy. And he's working a lot in the shed to make surfboards. That's what he does. If you don't know his channel, it's G-Foils. And I'm gonna spray one more, wait. He's also been printing his own t-shirts, which has been really interesting. We were just testing with washing them, which has not been going great. So we're still testing out what works best, but he's printing his own t-shirts with like surfboards on the back and his logo on the front and stuff. So really nice. Yes, he fixed a broken surfboard. He loves fixing broken surfboards. It's his favorite thing because people think like it's broken, it has to be thrown away, and he can fix it. So better for nature and also his hobby, so he enjoys it. And it saves a person a lot of money. Because surfboards, if you don't know anything about surfing, surfboards are really expensive. Like 500 to thousands, maybe, no, like 1500, 2000 for the biggest, nicest one. Depends on the shaper and where you get it. Of course, I got all of mine secondhand, and now my boyfriend makes me some boards, so that's even better. But they're very expensive. Yeah, like how I save plants, he saves old surfboards. And also he gets old windsurf boards and then cuts them open and uses the material from the inside to make new surfboards. So he loves recycling and using secondhand materials. He built a board from old wood from a floor that people were going to throw away, and he used it to build a surfboard. So what is my favorite Hoya? I think I have two that are in the top favorites, and I can show you them. I have a lot that I love, but there's two absolute favorites. Hello, Julie. Why does it say hello? Wave. I don't know. Maybe because you're joined again. Ooh, new leaf. Trying to be really careful. Okay. Let me grab one of the favorite ones. So one of my top favorites is the one I just showed you. Where did I put it? Here. Hoya Rensi Borneo. It's a little bit sad, so you can't see as nicely. But this is shimmery in a way that not many other Hoya are. A little bit like Hoya Kari. It's wet now, so it looks a bit different. Your cat walked across your phone and changed the video. I love your cat. Say hi to the cat for me. Then it gets really nice splash as well. And then when it gets sun stressed, it gets really nice and red. I'm removing my face from the screen so it focuses on the Hoya. It's actually pretty good. When I'm filming, it doesn't work this well. So that's one of my top three, I would say. The other is Hoya Clemensiorum, specifically this one, because it's so veiny and it's so pretty. And it has a new leaf. That's definitely in the top three. Let's see. Holy shit, got blocked as well. You have to stop swearing because your messages are being blocked by YouTube. And I have to approve them manually. I sell cuttings sometimes, yes. Simon says hello. Sometimes I sell, but when you just message me and ask to buy a plant, sometimes I'll say yes, and then I get so overwhelmed by the process that I don't respond anymore. If that happens, I'm so sorry. That's why I try to do sales every few months, because then I'm mentally prepared for the sale, and then also it's really organized, so I can. Oh, Julie is also selling plants. Sorry. That's what you asked. But my sales definitely help me to keep everything organized, because if there's too many people responding, it just gets really overwhelming. And with the little boxes that I use on Instagram sales, Instagram stories, then the sale works really well for me. So, and then there's probably another one that's in the top three, but that also changes. Oh, maybe it's this one. I'm gonna grab it for you 1 second. Ooh, actually I have a lot of, can you hear me when I'm far away like that? I actually have a lot of nice Hoya that are looking pretty happy over there. But this one is definitely one of my favorites right now. I got this from a friend and it is growing so well. I think it was this big when I got it, up to here. All of these leaves are new and the second growth point is new, so amazing. Let's see, what are we saying? Julie sells plants apparently. Do they sell to Norway? I know sometimes Norway doesn't get included with sales because you guys are not in the EU. and that makes it harder to ship because of documents and stuff. This is Polyneura innervariegated, yes. Gorgeous colors, yes. It is such a cool plant, and I'm so surprised because I used to have a Polyneura and it died. It didn't do well for me for like, oh, thrips on it. Want to see the thrips before I kill it? There is it. I will kill it now. Squish. There's a few on here. Fun. Let me have a little cry break. No, it's okay. It's okay. I just kill them when I see them. It's all gonna be okay. I'm telling myself. You love the outer variegated Bella. Yes, the Bellas are so pretty. My Bellas are not happy at all. Oh, yours died of this one? Yeah, they can be fussy as well, but this seems to be good. This one specifically. I got the clips. They're so cute. The little dragonflies from the person that I got this from as well. And the little pots and soil mix, everything. She's amazing. Her name is Oksana and she is from Finland. And the shop is Hoya Fixation. So you can look her up on Instagram. Do I use any foliage sprays? What do you mean by that? Foliage sprays? Like fertilizer? Jules is my hype guy. Okay, we're gonna continue spraying because I need a lot to do. And I don't usually spray the leaves, no. I used to because some of the fertilizers, oh, look at my fluffy hair. I went in the sea yesterday, so it's a bit more fluffy than normal. Rose classroom. It's the Hoya class today. Welcome everyone. Take your seats. Have you done your homework? There will be homework for the next one, but it's all good homework. This is also a really pretty one, by the way. Hoya Kari, apparently it's called. I used to call it Carrie, but Kari. I was saying something. Jesus, I forget. I forget. Oh, foliar sprays. Sorry. Yes. So I now usually do fertilizer in the pot and not so much on the leaves because it's much more of a hassle and you have to mix it differently. I do have a really handy sprayer, but I mostly use that for my terrarium. So in the terrarium, I might use some fertilizer, foliage spray, but not generally because it creates a mess and I'm lazy. Ooh. This one is so light that it started to swim around in the sink. Then, oh, this is a nice one. Class, are you ready? I am a yoga teacher as well, so I'm okay with being a teacher. Okay, wait, I have to spray it first so you don't see the ugly spray. It's not really working. I need some paper towels, but I don't have them. We're gonna use a little cotton thingy because we have a plant that I sprayed with sulfur a while ago to try and treat for flat mites. Apparently sulfur is really strong to treat flat mites, so it's not necessarily the best solution, but some of the plants were just never growing. And I decided to try it out. I don't know if it did much, although it is growing now, I guess, but then it lost the roots again. That may have been my fault because of the too dry. This is a Hoya obovata inner variegated splash, but you don't really see the inner variegated right now, but it has a lot of splash. You can see a little bit here. Hopefully it's gonna be a little bit more. And it just grew this leaf. It's so pretty. And the inner variegation is there, but it's not a lot right now. So hopefully it's gonna be a little bit more. It's still soft, so I'm a bit worried about this because it currently does not have any roots. You can see how woody the stem is, and that's also often a sign that the roots do not survive very long. When it's that old, they can die quicker. Hello, Alexander, and what is the name of Katja? Oh, Katja is Botanical Katja. Or Katja Botanical. No, I think Botanical Katja. She's also here on YouTube. I hope to have her own channel because she's the one that I filmed that beautiful. She has the greenhouse in her bedroom. She's amazing. It had a second growth point right there, but I broke that off. Oops. So you can see it's struggling to grow. There is no leaves here. That might be a flat mites issue, which I tried to treat, so now it is growing at least. It's not the best, but I hope it comes back. If you're in the US or just on social media, you may have seen Adam, not Dude, who has a huge one of this. And this is a version that we have here in Europe. It's beautiful. I sprayed this already, but I'm gonna spray it again just because I feel like it has flat mites as well, and that needs a bit more. In all the creases, especially in the creases of the leaf. Ooh, the petiole and the leaf. Okay. Now afterwards, I'm also gonna have to pot all of these up again. So this is gonna be not my favorite day today. This one is pretty, but it's not been well, it grew this leaf recently, but before that, it did not grow in a long time. Again, lost all the roots. So some of these I'm like, should I just accidentally throw it away? But it's pretty. But so we're gonna try one more time. If it doesn't make this, if you don't make this, you're gonna die. Especially when it has more leaves, you have to be really mindful and get in there properly, or the pests will continue to hide and come back. Okay. This one also is so frustrating. Beautiful inner variegated Hoya Bertoni, species affinity Bertoni, but no roots left. I think this one grew one leaf, but I'm like, is it worth it to spray it? It takes so much effort. But I used to love it, so. It's getting one more try. And then some of the ones that are still really happy, that I have good roots, that are on my shelves here, like the one that I just showed you, the Polynura, some of those also have aphids on them all the time, and like the thrips, so I might have to spray those as well. Beautiful Hoya Clemensiorum that also I sprayed with sulfur because it was not doing anything. It's still not doing anything. Lost all the roots. Oh yeah! But part of learning how to grow plants is to kill them. So don't worry if it doesn't work out right away for you. By the way, I did not look in the mirror before starting this live. So is there anything on my teeth? I don't know. I'm gonna try and wipe the sulfur residue off. It's been on there for months, literally. My Kentiana has no roots. Ugh. I hate it when they lose the roots. You've killed 3 Bertoniae. Oh, they're so tricky. I also killed my regular ones. And then the variegated one I got from a friend. It was so nice when it was still hard to find. I did not know how to care for it, apparently. This one. Look, this is before. It's not the most effective with just water and a thingy, but a thingy being cotton bud. Let me read the chat. Jim is here. Jim, who is called Jerry, who is from Texas. Jerry, I also want to call you always want to call you Jim because your name says Jim. It's confusing. Oh, this is really not coming off. Yeah, tossing it sometimes is the best because it takes so much effort, and then I'm like, is it worth it? Not really. The back is getting cleaned pretty good, but the front not so much. Look, still on there. Eee. Wow, Jules, that was really quick. He just posted content and then came back into the chat in 15 seconds. Impressive. Okay, now, next up, we have this. Look at that. This is such a beautiful Hoya. Goodbye, Petra. Have a wonderful day. Oh, nice. Have fun with your grandkids. Hello, Ruby. Welcome. So this is such a cool Hoya, but it had that scale, a lot of it. I've basically cleaned all the parts already. But then I noticed it didn't have roots, so I cut it up. And now I have a ton of cuttings, so I'm gonna throw those in the box as well and then sell them. Hopefully before the end of summer, I will have Michele to sell and Clemens Jorum and the Meredithy. Hopefully I can spread the joy a little bit and focus on that instead of how depressing it is that it keeps having pests. Because I already took a few cuttings before, those two. These roots so quickly. They're so easy. And they are starting to grow as well. You probably can't see, but there's two in here. And this is in semi-hydro because I had them in water before. And now they are transferred to semi-hydro with a reservoir. I'm trying to learn. And yes, I also am doing something with my big philodendron. Splendid, glorious, majestic. So I will have cuttings of those, or maybe moss poles, and maybe some other stuff as well, maybe some anthurium stuff, because I've been taking some cuttings. Also, I have a cutting of Philodendron ilsamani that is growing already. I cut that on the video that I posted recently, the plant care video. Did I post that already? Long form? And it's already growing, so, ooh, my watch is soaked. Everything is wet. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave you because otherwise I'm never gonna spray everything because I'm enjoying hanging out too much. No nail polish. I have 6 amazing new ones, all really dark magnetic ones with different colors that pop up from with the magnet. So I really want to do them, but when we went surfing, I cut my nails short because I couldn't get my wetsuit on. And then I wanted to do all the things I had to do first, like editing the plant care video, doing the plant care, which was going to ruin my nails also. And then I kind of made it like a treat for myself that I haven't treated myself to yet. So hopefully, maybe I should make that a priority. I deserve to wear nail polish, even if I'm taking care of plants and it will fall off really quickly. Because I enjoy putting it on, and I have so many new ones that I have not even tried yet. I just did the testers for it. So I'm going to leave you, and I'm going to get to work and put on my audiobook so that I will focus. Thank you so much for hanging out. It definitely helped me a lot to enjoy this process more and to chat together. Hoya 101. Next week we will do Hoya 102. Come join if you want. And yeah, thank you so much. Let me know in the comments I will post this. If you have requests for the next live, what we'll do together. Maybe I will put it on when I try to do my first chop and extend of the moss poles, the really tall moss poles. The Jan method I'm going to try, Sydney Plant Guy. I'm scared. So I haven't started that yet. It's been on my to-do list for a while. So maybe we will do that together next on the live. Thank you all so much. I love you so much. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are in the world. And thank you so much for hanging out. I don't even know how to end this, so we'll see how long this is going to take me. Where do I go?